I never been nothing like what you're accustomed to. Always been who I am, don't give a fuck if you feel it or not. I've been killing the slots that I'm given to enter the tier at the top. See that I'm keeping it real and ain't fearing a thing. Compared to the fear that I bring, I eagerly bring what they want, and you wait for the moment to own it. I send my condolences. Each track is so magical, they don't know half of what's cracking inside of my brain. The times that done changed, my homie, the weed ain't the thing. They be snorting the lines of that cane. I bring to you something that's pure and euphoric is what they be shooting inside of their veins. I try to maintain.
What's going on, YouTube? This is Chris6, and I'm coming at you guys with, as the sign says, Monday Night Raw results and review. And thanks to baby Danny for hooking me up here with the sign. She just got finished working on it. It's glorious, as Bobby Roode would say. I can't wait for tomorrow's sign. We're going to be working on that tonight to get Tuesday night SmackDown sign pretty much done. And trying to adjust the lighting on this video here. There we go. A little, oh, really bright. I am so sorry. Okay, there we go. All right. So, tonight's Monday Night Raw started out with Kurt Angle coming out to the ring and pretty much calling out Triple H. Wanting him to come out there for the fact that he sucker punched him in the face last Monday on Raw before leaving the ring after the whole Ronda Rousey BS with Stephanie and Triple H panned out during Elimination Chamber during the signing. Now, Stephanie ends up coming out and she makes it apparent to Kurt that Triple H is not yet there. And during the talking of them two, Ronda Rousey comes out and she states that her contract allows her to choose her opponent as long as they're on the current roster and also not a current champion. So for her WrestleMania match, she chose to go against Stephanie. As soon as she said that, Triple H ends up coming out and calls BS on it, and, the whole thing of he wasn't supposed to be there yet, or whatever. So, Ronda Rousey ends up making it apparent that she wants to fight Stephanie. Well, Kurt changes that and says, she does have a contract as a current superstar. She's not just contracted under management, she is contracted as a current superstar, too. So, she's got to take this match, but he wants to one-up it. Instead of it being Stephanie versus Ronda, it got changed into a mixed match challenge type of deal. We have Stephanie McMahon and Triple H versus Kurt Angle and Ronda Rousey. So I can't wait to see how this is going to pan out for WrestleMania. Not exactly what I was expecting. I was expecting, something maybe with The Rock. How it was when the Ronda Rousey incident first happened, The Rock and Ronda Rousey against Triple H and Stephanie, but it turned into Kurt Angle, and I guess they had to make that adjustment pretty quick, as you've seen during the Elimination Chamber, how things kind of panned out. I think they had to make that, that whole change like super quick, being that WrestleMania is just pretty much right around the corner now. It was just announced today that Hillbilly Jim will be joining the rest of the alums for the Hall of Fame for WrestleMania weekend, and joining him will be the Javarius Robertson receiving the Warrior Award. We have Ivory, the Dudley Boys, Goldberg, and Double J Jeff Jarrett. So be sure to check that out. Coming at you guys during the WrestleMania weekend. And like I said, that is for the Hall of Fame. Now, Triple H went to get out of the ring and he went to try to sucker punch Kurt Angle, but Kurt was a little ready for him this time. I mean, he was uber ready for him. He caught his what I would say, him trying to sucker punch him again. He caught his arm, took him down, and went to put him in the ankle lock. And Triple H got out of that. Stephanie actually tried to run out of the ring, run away and everything, and Trips went to try to give a pedigree to Kurt. Kurt ended up reversing that into another ankle lock, and Stephanie went to try to, yell at Kurt Angle to stop, and Ronda grabbed up Stephanie from outside the ring through the ropes, and she just yanked her back into the ring, and I would say she performed what I would say is a Samoa drop. It was like a Samoan drop style move. But Ronda ended up pulling a Samoan drop out on Stephanie McMahon in the center of the ring, leaving that segment, at the end. Now, for the first match of the night, we end up having Sheamus and Cesaro versus the Revival. And Sheamus and Cesaro retained the win on that one. Again, moving forward, so, Sheamus and Cesaro are a pretty dominant tag team, and I really like that. The fact that they're becoming so dominant and, they're pushing them. They are a pretty good tag team together. Now, Nia Jax in the second match wanted to prove herself against Asuka and try to beat Asuka, but the match went pretty quick. Asuka ended up putting Nia Jax in an armbar and had the grip of death on that armbar, making Nia Jax tap out, making Asuka the winner, and moving her whole undefeated streak along, going towards WrestleMania. Hopefully she ends up beating, and I'm an Alexa Bliss fan. Hopefully she ends up beating Alexa Bliss and, retaining the undefeated streak, moving on as the Raw Women's Champion. John Cena comes out, because of him being a free agent, he can go wherever the hell he wants. He comes out talking about his road to WrestleMania, saying if he was to do this speech on SmackDown, he wouldn't be given the opportunity to talk without being interrupted. So he comes out saying that he is going to become the 17-time champion, and he tells AJ Styles that, because he's so full of himself and so sure that he's going to win, tells AJ Styles to go ahead and hit that rematch clause real quick for WrestleMania, making that match a triple threat against Shinsuke Nakamura, John Cena, and AJ Styles. So he thinks he's going to take this Fatal 5-Way come Fastlane. Next, we end up seeing Kurt Angle. He ends up telling Elias that he's changing the match with Braun Strowman from being just a plain Symphony of Destruction to a Symphony of Destruction with a Falls Count Anywhere. So he can't really run away from Braun. And then we went on to the next segment. Bayley ends up coming out and talking about, why she did what she did with Sasha Banks. And before she can even really say anything, Team Absolution comes out and Paige tells her, you fucked up. You just messed up the only friend that you actually have and whatnot. Bayley ends up having a match against Mandy Rose that was scheduled. She beats Mandy Rose, and Team Absolution jumps in there right after, she gets that 1, 2, 3 count and her theme hits. Team Absolution jumps in and starts to try to take her out. Sasha Banks actually comes out and lends her a hand. So, is their friendship really over or whatnot? What do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section down below. Next segment we end up having was Alexa Bliss backstage talking to Nia Jax, telling her, buck up, she'll be okay, she's going to get over this, this loss will, not really be so much to affect her, and just move forward and whatnot and everything, trying to be the voice of encouragement to Nia Jax, which was kind of funny to see. Now, the next match we end up having was the Braun Strowman and Elias match for the Symphony of Destruction Falls Count Anywhere match. And Elias Sampson was actually out there playing the piano, playing on the drums, went over to his guitar, and then all of a sudden he took off and started to run. Went backstage to jump in his car and take off, and he was nailing the gas. Not going anywhere. Braun Strowman was behind it and had the vehicle up in the air. He wasn't letting it go anywhere. So Braun pulls him, back to the ring and tells him he ain't finished with him. Then the match ends up really starting, and pretty much Braun dominated the whole damn match. Took out Elias with the stand-up bass again. Then took that baby grand piano that Elias was playing that was on the stage, and he folded the legs in, and he crushed him with the piano. Picked the piano up, flipped it, pinned Elias for the 1, 2, 3. So Elias lost against Braun, and I mean, honestly, this match I thought was going to be really good. It wasn't quite like I was expecting, because I thought some more shit was going to get broke than what happened. But, I mean, honestly, though, I think it was a decent match. Still pumping Braun as the big guy. Honestly, though, I really wished the match would have been a little longer than what it was. Really showcasing Braun's athleticism and whatnot. Not ending so quick like that. Now, the next segment we ended up having was the 3rd annual Mizzy Awards. And, yeah, that didn't go too well for The Miz. He comes out there and starting to present the Mizzy Awards and whatnot to, a couple supposed to go to Seth Rollins and Finn Balor, and then, the worst general manager goes to Kurt Angle, and all of a sudden Seth Rollins comes out and interrupts, and then Finn's music hits and he interrupts, and we cut to a commercial break, but when we come back, it was made official that the Miz, Taraj, and the Miz was going to be a 3-on-2 versus Seth Rollins and Finn Balor. Now, Finn Balor and Seth Rollins end up pulling the win out on this 3-on-2 match. So, even with the numbers game, they still end up beating them. The only thing is, though, is Kurt Angle come out and he made the announcement saying that, it's not going to be Seth Rollins that The Miz is going to be fighting during WrestleMania. It's not going to be Finn Balor that The Miz is going to be fighting at WrestleMania. It's going to be a triple threat against The Miz, Finn Balor, and Seth Rollins. So, he's going to have to defend his title against 2 other people. Being the triple threat match, The Miz don't even have to get pinned to lose this championship. All, Seth Rollins has got to do is pin Finn Balor. All Finn Balor's got to do is pin Seth Rollins, and The Miz loses. So, this really sucks for The Miz, but as Gallows and Anderson would say, nerd! For the last match of the evening, we end up having Bray Wyatt versus Rhino, and he took out Rhino pretty quick in the beginning of the match, and Bray Wyatt picks up the win, and while he's celebrating, Matt Hardy comes over the Titantron and giving this weird-ass promo about how he set the field for the ultimate deletion of Bray Wyatt. So, what do you guys think? I don't know if this is going to be like a Wyatt compound match like they had with New Day, or a House of Horrors match like they had with Randy Orton. Either which way, both of them suck dick. So, I don't really want to see either or. I hate them pre-taped bullshit matches like they do where these guys are sitting backstage while everybody else that had to do a match that night had to actually fucking wrestle, and these guys didn't have to. But for the last thing we end up having Paul Heyman come out talking about Brock Lesnar and his match with Roman Reigns during WrestleMania that I, again, think is fucking bullshit that he's fucking wrestling him. But alongside that, let bygones be bygones on this situation, and we'll report what happened. As Heyman was talking, he said that Roman can come out and confront Brock next week. Brock Lesnar will be there next week during Monday Night Raw, so be sure to tune in next week to see what happens. Roman Reigns come out at the end and cut himself a little promo to Paul Heyman and whatnot about how he's going to win and everything, and, Brock's just plain not fucking ready, so I don't know. Like I said, I still swear up and down this whole match with Brock and Roman is bullshit. Shouldn't be happening. I don't like it whatsoever. Who gives a shit about Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns? Both of them, to me, are wastes of fucking talent in WWE. They're focused on Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns, and there's better talent out there than them two guys in current roster in WWE. Stop promoting fucking junk. That's what Vince McMahon needs to do. Stop promoting fucking junk. Alright, that's all I've got to say. Tonight's Raw was okay. It was meh on my part. It was quick-paced, I will say that. Progressed with the Ronda Rousey thing. Not really much of anything else besides progressing with what's going to happen with The Miz, and that's really about it, Like, everything else is, just moving on like it was. Be sure to hit that like, subscribe, share, follow us on Facebook and Twitter. I will be back at you guys tomorrow with Tuesday Night SmackDown and wow. Easy for me to say, right? It's a tongue twister. But WWE's Mixed Match Challenge. I will have the results and review for you guys tomorrow, so be sure to check back in. We've also got 3 bags of different types of chips, a couple of them new. One of them I don't think is so new, but we're going to be trying these chips for you guys. I think it is Ruffles, fully dressed. We've got the Funyuns and Doritos Jacked or whatever, so be sure to check back for that. I've got a Diet Coke that still needs to go up. Like I said, got a new camera, so I'll be taking that Diet Coke video and editing the video through this and putting it up for you guys here in the next couple days. So expect to see the 4th Diet Coke flavor review. That will be coming up also. We will be going live for you guys either tonight or tomorrow, but I will hopefully be sure it will be tonight, I think. I don't know, but we'll be checking back for that. Go over to Scotty Pockets Gaming, hit the subscribe button on him. He is on the road to 100. Go over to Baby Dannyland and make sure you guys hit the subscribe button on her. She is on the road to 20. Be sure to hit the subscribe button here. We are on the road to 50. Share the love, be kind to one another, love, peace, and chicken grease. I'll catch you guys later. Bye.
I am feeling so a long way. I don't need to worry, cause I know the world will feel this nigga. Blessing in disguise, but I am not hiding who I am. Open your eyes, bruh. If I ever met you, I appreciate the love, yo. Girls that I dated, it's okay, I am not mad, yo. Unless you stab me in the heart, no love, ho. This shit is so ill. Play it back from the top if you recognize real. And if I die